Ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Moving on to the Derby game. It's going to be our 50th meeting between Rotherham and Derby. We've won 14, drawn 17, lost 18. The last time we played them, we got an absolute spanking at their place, 6-1. Which is not good. But at home, we've got a decent record. Unbeaten in 5 games at home. The last time we lost to Derby at home was in 2005. We lost 3-1 to a Derby team that included Lee Camp and Pablo Mills.
Pablo Mills.
Played for Derby.
Wowzers.
So it's been a long while since we've lost to him at home. Good record. Beat Lampard, obviously. 2-3-3s as well.
Got him sent off as well.
Got himself sent off. Because for Paddy, because he don't like losing to teams like Rotherham.
Always had a good. I think recently we've had a good record against. Is Tom Lawrence still there?
I think so.
We got him sent off as well, didn't we, last time?
if he is, he's not scoring. I've checked their top scorers, and they don't score. I mean, I'll come on to that in a minute, but he's not in there. Their top scorer's got 2 goals, and he's not one of them.
Int's still there, is he?
Ince is at Stoke.
Oh, of course, yeah.
They've got a lot of unknowns and old people. Colin Kazim Richards and Martin Waghorn are their top scorers. I can't believe Kazim Richards is still playing.
No.
His Wazza still playing.
He's playing. I think he's technically player/caretaker manager.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think he's playing that much. They won a good win as well on Wednesday night before we played. They beat Swansea 2-0. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what to expect from Derby.
Well, as luck would have it, I've just spent an hour and a half on the Derby County podcast prior to coming to do this one.
You spend more time with Derby County and other fans than you do with us.
Well, they talk a lot more sense than a lot of our supporters. So. Sorry, some of our supporters.
Some.
Not a lot, just some. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously buoyed a little bit by the result last night, but they're very realistic about where their season is. Yeah. Their class this season is a bit of a reset because they've not been playing well. Having said that, whilst they've not been scoring many, they've not really been conceding many either.
No.
The 6 games unbeaten, and obviously a good win on Wednesday night against Swansea. However, what they were saying to me is that they really struggle when teams come out of the blocks quickly at them.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing for the last few games.
Yeah.
So that might be a worry for them if we can come out quickly, get that early goal like we got against Bristol, and their view is that if that happens, then we're going to be filling our boots, kind of thing, because the confidence will sap out of them. But they are also of the view that they're starting to find a little bit of form, which is just our luck, innit? You know what I mean?
It would be, wouldn't it?
Right when they come to our place. But again, like you've just alluded to there, their record against us at our place ain't brilliant at all.
No, not at all. Ben Mick said then they've only scored more than 1 goal this season once, and that was on Wednesday night. That's the only game they've scored more than 1 goal. So it should be okay, because we seem okay with scoring at minute. 1 goal.
Yeah.
By that calculation, 1 goal should at least secure us a point.
Yeah.
In theory.
But I think it's quite an important game. Obviously, I don't want to be saying that teams like Derby, but
no.
you know what I mean. It's the current situation. It is an important game. I'm not saying that we should be winning it, but it is certainly an important game. I think this could help the outcome of the season. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because, like you said, they don't like people coming out of blocks, but we haven't been coming quick out of the blocks until these past few games. We're starting to pick up a form, so it's going to be interesting to see how we start, because we have been coming out of blocks over these past 2 games, but before that we've been up poor in the first half, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it could be an important win, like you say, because it's one of them things that if we can win, they feel like they're in a bit of form. 6 games unbeaten, but if we can sort of win, it sort of kicks them back down. It's like when dogs on bed and you kick them back off bed. It sort of kills the spirit a little bit.
Yeah. And
that's what it could do. They have 6 games unbeaten, find a bit of form. If they come to a rival, a relegation rival, and get convincingly beaten by a couple of goals, that's going to knock their confidence miles.
That is kind of. I think it will, but on the other side, I've been a bit of a pessimist here, but if that's the right word, isn't it? Pessimist.
Yeah,
Depends what you're gonna say.
That's what you're going to say.
Yeah, it is. If they win and Forest don't lose, puts us in relegation zone, which is, not worrying, but it's first time we've been in this season, and it might give them a little bit of confidence to go and get out of this situation, which we don't want.
I don't think that we end up. Well, if we drop into relegation zone, and for us, I don't think we end up world.
Oh,
because
God, if it end up well for some people, wouldn't it? Can you just imagine what social media be like on Saturday night if that happens?
Yeah,
if we
well,
play bomb? My life.
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
but when Rotherham play best,
Yeah.
it's when they're coming from behind and when they're under pressure.
Yeah.
When they're fighting against all the odds.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to go in relegation zone.
No.
But I think it's slightly different for us because we're meant to be down there anyway. We're Rotherham United. We're crap, aren't we? We're meant to be bottom at table.
And this yo-yo club, aren't
Yeah. So I don't think for us it'll be mentally as damaging as it could be for something like Derby.
I think if Forest get in there, it could be mentally damaging, which is a good thing for us. If we draw, for example, and Forest lose and Forest go in there, I think that's going to be a real shock to them,
Big time.
could help us in the long run. So it's be interesting.
They're talking about it, Derby supporters, as a 6-point relegation battle already. They see this game as a 6-pointer.
I'm just assuming that they're going to pull it round at some point.
Well,
Because it's Derby and Forest.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That was the conversation we had earlier on. They're not convinced. They're not convinced about it at all.
I'm not, because look at last season, Ipswich.
Yeah.
Ipswich were one of them clubs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until they went down. So it's
Derby are banking on this big investment, this big whoever
Saudi
it is,
Arabians
Saudi
or whatever,
Arabian
yeah.
prince with billions and trillions and gazillions
of oil money.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't bank on stuff like that because you know what I mean. It's,
Newcastle will tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
It all ends up being BS, doesn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
It's the same group, isn't it?
No, well, it's definitely not true then.
Supposedly it's the same group anyway, yeah.
It's definitely not going to happen then.
Yeah, possibly not. It's the start of the Christmas period as well.
Yes, so it's Christmas hats time from Saturday.
From Saturday, okay. I'm glad I forgot to wear mine today.
Yeah.
I meant to wear it tonight, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes, Christmas period. Derby, Borough, Barnsley, Cardiff.
Tough
is our run. It's a very tough run, that. It's tough but important.
Yeah.
Derby are in some sort of form. Borough are in form. Barnsley are in the best form since like the 90s.
Yeah, that'll drop off.
Well, hopefully soon.
It will.
Yeah, well,
If it drops off middle of January, it's no good to us.
We say that. You say that it'll drop off. We said that about Sheffield. We said that about Huddersfield. We said that about Wolves. Do you know what I mean? And then going up. So
it could go on, but at the same time, it's a new manager. It's still in the new manager bounce territory. But then Cardiff again, they're starting to turn it around. So it is a tough 4 run of games. But this is the last sort of run of games where it's close together. We can start getting a bit of rest now, which is key for us. And January coming up, transfer window.
Yeah, I mean, it's massive to get this rest.
Yeah.
It's the way that we play for the players to get a good 5 or 6 days between games is going to be really important. They're all tough games though at Championship, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, it's non-stop because you know after these 5 games there'll be another 5 games of oh god, it's these, it's them, it's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not easy. We nobody ever thought. Well, most of us knew that it weren't going to be easy.
Yeah.
And we've just got to accept that. But we are capable of beating anybody in this division. We are capable of doing that, as is everybody else.
Showing that, aren't we?
So, you know, the players have just got to understand and realise that, which I'm sure they do. But, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's going to be really difficult for them to pull themselves back up after Wednesday night. After that, the disappointment of that 98th minute.
Yeah.
As you described it, kicking the balls earlier on.
Yes, I agree. I'm just looking at the fixture list. We play Borough, Barnsley, Cardiff, and then do you know we play? Derby.
All right.
We've got Derby in a month's time.
Oh, that's all right.
yeah, it comes to that point of the season where it starts to we're halfway through.
Yeah, well, it's a really quick turnaround, that.
Yeah, it's
We might be playing them both in their good run at season, which would be really annoying and unfair. But
Hey, it's also a point for 6 early points against them, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely, definitely a good chance of that. Moving on to us on our part of the game. Well, one last thing on Derby. They do have one former Miller that I could find, Killer Roos, but he's not playing.
They're not massively impressed with him.
Not Tom Lawrence.
I couldn't see him on the list. He must have gone.
Must have gone. We're not doing any on this day.
I can give you one. Was like on the last time that we played on the 19th of December was a 2-0 home win to Hull City. when Freckleton and Newell scored, it was the day that Danny Ward made Harry Maguire look like non-league player, if you recall.
Harry Maguire is a non-league player, isn't he?
Yeah.
He plays that one anyway.
Well, Andy Robertson was in playing as well.
Yeah.
Scotland captain.
Yeah.
So that's
The
last
Man
time.
U captain, I think, isn't it?
Andy Robertson.
No, Maguire.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We said he weren't, you know, he weren't Maldini then, were we? We said that when he
Yeah,
come.
we did,
Hey,
yeah.
oil tanker.
Yeah, well, Maguire. It was big time. Danny Ward made him look like an absolute mug that day.
I'd make him look like a mug, to be honest. I would have anyway.
I think that
wouldn't
was
I?
Redfern in charge, you know.
What
might-
year was it?
Don't know.
Yeah. I don't care.
Oh, it might have been then. It
I
might
think
not have been.
I think it must have been 2015 because it's
It might
when I'm sure it's when Warnock came in the same season. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody will let me. I'm sure somebody will let us know. But that was a good day. I do recall that, and that was a very good day at New
Yes, it
York.
was, yeah.
On to Miller's set up. How I think we'll play. Next game for Angus MacDonald will be his 200th league appearance. So he's now fully experienced. So
Yeah.
he'll start playing. But he played well. He played all right against Blackburn.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
How many changes do we expect? I assume, Ben, you're still expecting 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Cool. Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm clenching my stomach, but yeah, I don't matter.
No, you're right. You're right.
Make him laugh because he's hurt his stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make him laugh.
Yeah.
What question, Ben?
I think it's been an unchanged team for three games now. Bar Johansson, I think it's been 3 games, hasn't it?
I think Woody came in last Saturday.
So yeah, but we ain't got anyone really to bring in. You got Flojo and Miller, who you're going to bring them in for.
I don't think they're playing a 3-5-2.
Well, Josephson
I mean-
can't play, can he?
Oh, of course he can't.
'Cause he's from Derby, so...
So there'll be one less space on bench. What about then
Yeah.
7 subs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he can make any changes unless he's going to bring Jones in. He hasn't got anyone to bring on. He's got Hurst and Freddy. That's it.
Everything potentially on Sunday he came off. He clearly wasn't resting him because we were trying to win game.
Yeah.
Do you think Olasunday's got the legs to play Saturday, Wednesday, and then from Wednesday to Saturday?
I do, yeah. I think this is like... We're not at home. We're not playing next week.
Yeah.
Midweek. So I think it's one last push for that for the Saturday midweek game. For me, no changes because we bossed that first half. We bossed most of the second half, or a good proportion of the second half, as we did against Bristol City in exactly the same formation, same team. So no changes. Just crack on and let's go again. The way that we started the last 2 games, and if we do, I think I'm confident that we're going to get some out of the game.
Yeah, I feel confident. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vass not start because he did look tired.
I'd be disappointed.
Yeah, but I think that would be more down to tiredness. He did look very tired when he came off. He was looking tired for 20 minutes so before he came off. But then who would you bring in? Do you bring Freddie? Do you give Hurst a chance? With 4 games away potentially from Hurst going back to Leicester. If he's not playing games, why would Leicester keep him out on loan?
Well, this is the thing, innit? We don't know the agreement because, judging by it, obviously it's his first proper season playing football at a good level, not Sunday League level in Belgium. But
Harsh.
well, I could play in Belgium. That's another story.
You've done yourself. You could have played. You could have scored that goal. The crux is you could play in Belgium. Where else could he play today? He's done somewhere else.
Well, I could have been pro, but I did an injury. Didn't I? I did my leggings, so I couldn't play.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, I think the deal might just be to improve him. Give him 29 minutes, half an hour a game. See how he does. Let him develop. You don't necessarily have to play him 90 minutes a game. You know what I mean? I think that might be the development that he needs. Because it's a good level. Rotherham's a good loan club. Obviously, we had Izzy Brown, Grant Ward, these type of players on loan before and improved them. Barlaser, you know, the list goes on. Rodak. Do you know what I mean? So, or Jay. So, yeah, I think that's probably the agreement. So, I don't think he'll get recalled.
Okay, I think I potentially might be right, but at the same time, I suppose we might as well have 5 minutes on this. What is he bringing to the team at the minute that we could potentially find somebody else better? Couldn't we?
He needs to go to League One.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With all due respect to him, and I have no problem with George Hurst whatsoever, but I think as things stand at the moment, this level is too much for him. I think he needs to go down into League One, get bashed about a bit by some big experienced central defenders, learn his trade, because he will be a good player. There's no doubt about it.
There's flashes, isn't there?
There's flashes there, but he's just not. He's not up to it at this level at the moment, and I think that's purely inexperience and age. So I understand. I do get why Leicester want to get him out there and get him blooded, if you like. But I think the Championship's too high a level for him. For me, I'd be looking at sending him back with that advice and trying to replace him either with another loan player, but a striker to try and see us through and get us a few more goals. Because I genuinely. I do, like I say, I do like the lad, but I don't think he's going to score us any goals. I just don't think he's quite there yet.
No.
I don't think he's in, like I said earlier, I don't think he's been brought in to score goals. I think he's been brought in to develop him and create a reputation and a relationship with Leicester of, a good learning club, because it has paid off in the past. So we said Grant Ward, Izzy Brown, it has paid off with these types of players. We get to play these type of players. So I think maybe it's just a stepping stone in that direction, but I don't know, maybe I'm reaching too far.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, but I think this one's a bit of it's a step too far for him.
Do you think?
Up in level.
He had when he came ridiculous pedigree at youth level. His scoring record for Wednesday's youth were
he's
insane.
a good player. He has, like we showed, he has got some good flashes, some good instincts, runs the bar. He will be a good player, but he's 20, 21, whatever he is.
It is his first Premier League.
It's a hard league, Championship.
It's one of the hardest to come and just jump into.
Oh God, yeah. Premier League's probably easier because you get more time. Do you know what I mean? It's fast paced, it's rough, it's physical. It is a hard league, so yeah, I don't know.
It's one of the leagues where you get time if you create time for yourself. But if you've got a weakness, Championship clubs can see it so easily and they'll just focus on it. And unfortunately for him, I really hope he becomes good. I really hope he starts on Saturday and bangs a couple of goals and we're all laughing.
Yeah.
Because that's a win for us, win for him, win for Leicester.
100%.
At the minute, it's not quite there. But he's got effectively 3 games, realistically. These 3 games for January to probably prove himself. Hopefully he does.
That's always assuming that there is a decision to be made. It might be end of season, till the end of the season, that's that. It might not be that they call him back or we send him back. That mick not happen.
It might not happen, no, but
I think from a club's point of view, it's something we need to be looking at.
I agree. And we'll probably do a bit more next week on transfers coming up.
Yeah,
when we've got a bit more time, because it's going to be interesting January coming up. So we all think we're going to be mostly unchanged. If there's going to be any change, it might be just 1 or maybe 2. Injuries permitting.
Yeah.
Cool. Thoughts on performances? What do you think it'll end up on Saturday? How do you see the game playing out, mate?
I think we're going to come out of blocks quick. I think we're going to get an early goal. I think we're going to win 2-1. That's my view. That was my prediction on the Derby podcast.
What was the name of the Derby podcast?
Can't remember.
The Derby podcast.
Do you want me to look for you?
Something about Rams. I'm sorry, I apologise, lads, for not remembering.
Rams review.
Rams review, of course it was.
What about preview?
Do you want me to message him now?
2-1. 2-1 Millers. Ben?
2-1.
Millers?
Yeah, Millers.
Cool. I go 2-0. We've all been positive this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to be positive, haven't we? I mean, let's look. You just got to look at the way they've been playing these last couple of games. I know it's disappointing, people. All you people are sat crying under the table at home. We do lose football matches. It does happen.
That won't hurt, though. That won't hurt.
Oh, God, it hurts. It hurts. I went to work this morning with a face like a slap backside because I just... it's horrible.
You spent 20 minutes after the game last night walking around saying, I can't believe that.
I did, because it was just horrible.
Yeah, right.
But we're in a fight, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've said this before. We're in an absolute dogfight.
I expect it to be in one. I expect nothing less. I expect to be in a fight. I want to be in a fight. It's fun. If we're mid-table, if you hit the crowd, do you know what I mean? I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's
what?
To an extent.
Yeah, I don't like getting winning. I like winning the fight. I don't like losing it, but yeah.
We're not far off being fine.
No, we're not.
We're just that little bit of quality. And in January, we've got the best recruitment we've ever had. This time, again, we're going to compare it to last time at Championship. This time, last time at Championship, we still had the old recruitment process with Jimmy Johnson, which didn't work. I know we had one signing in last January and brought Crooks in, who had a good season.
Yeah.
One were never enough.
No.
You look at every other club, even Wickham will bring in 2 or 3 players this January.
Yeah.
So it's important we bring in 2 or 3 that can improve the squad. We're obviously going to need to move some on, but I think we've got the potential. If we strengthen correctly, why not? Why can't we stay up?
I don't see any reason why we can't, but I do understand people's apprehension because we are in a very similar position to where we were last time here. But when you actually break it down and you look at the performances, certainly the individual performances in the games where we've performed well, we've performed way in excess of the level that we performed last time we were up here. When you look at the games where we've not performed particularly well, putting Coventry to one side, I'm not even going to think about that.
And 45 minutes at Watford,
dreadful. I think even those levels are above the poor games last time. So we have stepped it up, and the Championship this season is not as good as it was the last time we were in it in terms of quality. But things aren't running our way either. So.
You've got the Championship at the minute where Wednesday can't buy a win, can't buy a point, and they've got serious problems with paying the sodding players at the minute.
That's what I love it. I honestly live stuff like this because it's what football's all about. It's what rivalry is all about. I hope so much they go bust and have to start 10 tiers down.
That's a bit harsh.
It's not. After all that suffering and all that stick the Geels, United, man the gap. Oh, wow, how funny would it be if Donny got promoted and they're a bit lowest?
That'd be brilliant if Donny got promoted and they got relegated.
Oh, wow. And we stayed up. Wow. That would be the best thing to happen to me in my life. I can sit hand on heart. I will never live that out. I'll mention it every podcast.
I think we found one of our outtakes for short YouTube videos.
Yeah. Well, you know how the piggies like to buy.
I know. You can come at me on Twitter if you want. He's added in podcast bio. Let me know.
Yeah.
They are 7 points clear as well. Still on 9 points. I hope they go down on 9 points. Set a new record.
Yeah, well, I would say Wednesday can't buy a win, and they don't look like winning. They're just fighting amongst themselves. With the Odebajo thing in midweek.
The Fisher thing as well sums their season up, doesn't it? When he grabbed. Yeah. That just sums up their season.
Yeah. But they're just fighting amongst themselves, which is perfect for everybody else.
Yeah.
At the minute, it's looking like Wednesday are doomed, and Wickham will probably not have enough.
No, I don't think so.
So I know we're in December and we're not even at Christmas.
Yeah.
It could very well be there's only one spot available.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite interesting. Barnsley will drop off at some point, but I don't really have a problem with that. So, is there anything else you want to touch on before we go?
Not for me. I'm comfortable, Ben.
I'm alright.
Excellent. So thank you everybody for listening. I hope you all enjoy it. Remember to give us some ratings on iTunes.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, we're a few more 5 stars on iTunes. So thank you everybody who's given us some 5 stars. We really do appreciate that. Mick's going to keep putting out some videos through the YouTube.
Yeah. We'll put the full podcast out as well, but we'll try and get some snippets in there as well. So if you can, have a look at them, and please subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. Let's try and build up that subscribers number as well, please. Yeah. And like the videos if you like them. Don't like them if you don't like them. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is. And
no, don't give us a thumbs down.
No, we don't give us a thumbs down, obviously. Except, obviously, if you're a Wendy and you've been watching Ben's rant, obviously that's absolutely fine. I accept. Or just leave him a comment. Leave him a comment on there and tell him what your views are on.
Click the little bell next to the subscribe button as well. Let them know when we post.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and we're going to, in the new year, we might start doing some more videos.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I might just set us up. I was thinking putting one out on Christmas. Obviously not recording it on Christmas.
We're going to do a Christmas day over dinner.
Yeah.
I'm not coming to yours for dinner.
No, I mean like record it, put it out on Christmas, little Christmas quiz, whatever, stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, unless you want being Scrooges, then I won't do it. But
you mean during the Christmas break?
Yeah, on Christmas Day. Put one out on Christmas Day, recording it midweek, whatever. Unless you're going to be Scrooges about it, then I won't.
I mean, I'm going to let some lighting behind the curtain here. So what happens is that I do the recordings and I put this on iTunes, Spotify, everything else. Mick will then take the videos and sort everything out, and so there's loads of YouTube videos. Ben, would you like to explain what you do?
I show up and do podcast. That's what I do.
So you're...
I'll make the quiz.
The cheek to suggest.
I'll make the quiz. I'll make the quiz if we do one. I'll make the quiz.
We might do. Mick went on the live Blackburn thing in midweek, and we might start doing some live videos like so you talked like with some good stuff. So, so if there's anything you think you want to watch or see or listen to, let us know, and we'll probably try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sort that out over some point in the probably in the new year, but we'll see.
Yeah, and don't forget Christmas weekend, or it's the weekend before Christmas. Christmas hats.
What are we doing this Saturday?
Yeah, post us some videos, post us some pictures
This
on
Saturday?
Twitter or Facebook from this Saturday.
On this
pre-game.
Saturday.
Post us your pictures and we'll put them on the YouTube video.
Do it just
intro.
before kick-off on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be wearing ours, as is the law when it gets to the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And if we win on Saturday, you've got to wear your Christmas hat
Until you lose.
until we lose.
So if we win on Saturday, that'll just be next game then, won't it?
Misery goats. So, thank you everybody for listening. As I've already said, we will come back for Monday for the final episode before Christmas.
Yep.
No?
Yeah, mate, we'll put one on Christmas Day.
No, because we'll need to do a preview for Boxing Day.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
So, it isn't the last episode before Christmas Day, but, it's an episode, which we'll be reviewing the Derby result.
What we could do within this actually is like something, a script.
Yeah, I need to start writing something down. Sorry. Yeah, so thank you everybody for listening. Our wrapping up of these episodes is terrible.
It's getting longer and longer, isn't it?
Did you was there a little outtake of the last one, or was that?
Where Mick said bye like a telephone call.
Did you leave that in?
I did leave it in, yeah.
That's good.
So thank you, and we will see you all on Monday. Thank you, Mick, for doing this.
You're very welcome. I don't know what I've done, but you're very welcome anyway.
And Ben, thank you. Get these little Sunday t-shirts made up. Come
I
on,
will.
man.
I actually will. I'm going to set up a shop on online.
I assumed you were going to be online. I didn't think you were going to put one up in Meadow Hall.
No, I'm going to start. I'm going to buy one, get it made, start wearing it. I'm going to email him one. I'm going to send him one. I'm not going to email him one.
You can email him. I don't think I'll be able to wear it.
I'm going to send him one.
Right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you all on Monday.
Let me know if you want anyone who's watching this or listening to this. I'll send you one.
Thank you. Bye.